Anyways, I do know the feeling of being in another country where you don't speak the language, and you want to tell people like, "Hey, I'm smart." Like, no, I can make you laugh, but you can't because you can't speak the language. And people look at you in a certain way. You're like, "No, that's not who I am. I'm not that person. I'm someone else. Let me just tell you who I am. I'm not the person you think I am. Let me just explain." But I can't explain because, well, that's the nature of not being able to speak a language. And just little moments like on the bus when you just would say like, "Wow, nice day, huh?" You can't really have those, like until you learn, so much. Anyway, so many of my students, they want to tell me like, they want to explain to me how it feels like to, you're at a supermarket and the cashier says to you, paper, plastic, whatever, really fast, and you can't understand them, and you're just trying to understand them, and the people behind you are like, "Come on, buddy, hurry up! I got somewhere to go. Let's go!" And you feel the pressure. You don't speak the language. You're trying to understand what the person is asking. You apologize, or you try to apologize. You take out your phone. You try to like offer it to them to get them to translate. But pretty soon, it's like somebody's just like, "You idiot," and they show you it's like a paper bag or a plastic bag, whatever. And you caused all these problems that you never caused in your country because you never acted, you understood everything. And everybody treated you well, and you had dignity, and you had respect, and, you felt good to go down the street. You'd like walk down the street and you'd feel like this is a great place. And now you're here. Now you're there. Now you're in a new country. And you might walk around with some kind of exotic curiosity at first, but once the culture shock sets in and you start missing your family and you miss your friends and you miss, everyone back home, and all you have is the connections in that new environment, and you can't make any, it can be very offsetting. I don't know. But the good news is that it does get better. The more you're engaged with the, as painful as it is, with the new society, the more you can like interact and just learn to not take it personally when people insult you. Realize that it's not you, it's them that's the problem. Try not to take anything personally. And you will hate the new culture for a while. That's normal with culture shock. But then you slowly start to appreciate it, and it takes on a new life, and then your own culture kind of becomes a little alien to you, and it's kind of a strange process. But acculturation is fascinating because there's so many facets of it that are sort of hidden. You can't just explain them to people, but you really have to live them, and people who haven't lived them really haven't lived. They haven't really lived any other, way than any other person. I don't know how to. They haven't had that other experiences of life besides the one that they grew up in, and that's it's a shame because it's like so cool. There's so much in the universe, like culturally. It's crazy when you live in a place. I'm not talking about visiting for a few days. I'm talking about living there. Well, even visiting for a few days. What am I saying? Like, I just mean, when you start to like live the way that people do. I guess some people are chameleons. They can just do that. You really get to find out about new dimensions within yourself that you didn't know about. It's really cool. Traveling is really cool. But acculturating is fascinating and painful, but so enlightening. So, I don't know, for all of you who are going through culture shock right now, I want you to know I do understand a little bit. I hope I've been able to articulate for you a little bit in English what that feels like. But you have my utmost respect for persevering day after day. Ciao.